An indicator that can predict the future. Well. Can you imagine that? An indicator that can actually predict the future. I've heard so many people talk about it, and I believe they're actually available. I believe that you actually can download these indicators that can predict the future. Ooh. It's a bit like being a soothsayer. Can you imagine being a soothsayer? That's absolutely incredible. You'll probably know already that I don't believe there's any indicator that can predict the market. It's absolute out of the question, because the market, you and I both know, is a 50-50 game. If you place a bet on the market, there's a willing buyer and a willing seller. Well, would you believe you both think you're right? So how is it possible in any way that you can have any indicator that can predict the future? The only thing that indicators can do is tell you what was in the past. That's it. They can't predict the future. That's not how it works. Guys, hey, it's Rob Guilty, it's logical trading. Trading is risky. 80% of traders lose money. We both know that. And if you don't like losing money, don't trade. With indicators tend to lag most of the time. So most of your indicators, your moving average crossovers, your MACDs, your stochastic indicators, all these different things in the market, except maybe Fibonacci, they're all lagging indicators. So by the time you've taken your trade, these things have, the price has moved on. I think there's a thing called ATR and all these different predictions and all these things in the market. They all work, but they all lag. It's not something you really want to use. I will use volume, I will use RSI for confirmation and confluence on my trades. So I'll go back to those, I'll have a look if it's overbought, oversold, if there's a divergence or something like that. But don't put too many indicators on your chart, because if you've got too many indicators, well, you're going to confuse yourself. You're always going to confuse yourself. Every single time, without fail. Don't use indicators. Leave the indicators off. Just use the old support and resistance like I always do. Go and check out my blog. 10-15 seconds of your time, nothing more. Visit the secret blog. Free trade on there every day, which I post totally free. Guys, it's not financial advice, just a trading idea. On the blog as well, you'll see on the left, little PDF, free Forex book, my gift to you, asking nothing for it. But enjoy the trade every day. It's always nice to know what everybody else is doing, isn't it? Now that you've checked out the blog, you'll see that there's a cool trade every day. You don't have to follow it, but it's up to you. Don't forget to get your free book, by the way. Anyway, I'm not a firm believer in indicators because indicators always lag. I am a firm believer in trend. Trend is your friend. Always believed in trend. If you can follow the trend of a pattern, you'll pick up quite a bit of that. Also trend lines, support and resistance trend lines, perfect, nothing wrong with that. Love that to bits. And obviously the old support and resistance standard. Also supply and demand tends to work. The Fibonacci, you'll be surprised how many times that actually matches up with support and resistance. You don't have to use it, but it's actually quite a fantastic little product, to be quite honest with you. It does actually line up. I mean, well, it's actually surprising how it lines up sometimes. So if you're looking for something like that, also fantastic little thing to use. But indicators that can predict the future are a thing of the mind. I don't know. It really isn't actually possible to predict the future. They always predict the past. What indicators do is they give you a calculation of all the past figures, okay, and then they try and predict the future from the past. It's kind of like what happened in the past will happen in the future. That's, I believe, what these indicators that predict the future do. That they'll give you a target into the future based on previous patterns and previous history. Now, patterns in the market are very useful. Head and shoulders, double tops, triple tops, things like that. Also candles with long tails, things like that. They do tell a story. And if you know how to read those stories, you can use them to guide you in your edge, your possible trade. Doesn't mean it's going to be right, because it's just an indicator, but it can guide you in the right direction. So you can use that scenario, but it doesn't predict the future. That's what I'm trying to say. Just manage your losses, manage your risk, and everything will be okay. Guys, thanks for watching. It's Rob T. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, follow. Till next time. Cheers. Bye.